Aloha, I'm Philip Neimark, the founder of the Foundation International. I'd like to welcome you to yet another iteration of the weekly Ifascope. As I mentioned several weeks ago, I'm ramping up after 35 years my presentation of the weekly Ifascope so that those who wish can make a greater effort in growing and understanding, as well as in, genuinely appreciating the beauty and the power of the philosophy of Ifa. Ifa is, of course, a way of looking at future events as well as a way of living your life. But in this particular sequence, we will discuss mostly your navigating your life in the most effective manner. That's very important. Now, everybody watching or listening to this or whatever is going to have a different set of events come up each week. A different set of events come up each month, actually. That's for the Ikufa, though. But on a weekly basis, somebody's going to get a promotion in their job. Somebody's going to lose their job. Someone's going to get a new relationship. Someone's going to have a new baby. Someone is going to have illness. I mean, on and on and on. However, the spectrum of what is going to happen to people, which includes tens of thousands of things, is a limited kind of a spectrum. It's something that Arumula has seen, has worked with for thousands of years. And therefore, while in this kind of a reading we cannot tell you specifically how to deal with your issue, we can tell you how to deal with the energy that creates that issue so that you can have the most positive response. At any rate, this week, the Odu is clear-cut. It's Ika Obi. Ika Obi is an energy where on the everyday side, you are urged to look at what's going on and to seek to identify things from the past which are recurring, not perhaps in identical manner, but in a similar fashion to how they did previously. Having done that, and having done it successfully, you are advised to take those events, which are repetitive in a sense, and to utilize different solutions, not the same kind of solutions, different solutions to the issues at hand. And most of us have knee-jerk reactions. We're going to get upset, we're going to get aggressive, we're going to get passive, we're going to get all kinds of things. But Arumula says that it is a matter of seeing that we do not repeat, in a sense, our past mistakes. It doesn't mean that the exact same event is going to take place. Probably isn't. But events similar, be they relationships, be they jobs, be they whatever, and that you're reacting in a different fashion on the temporal side is going to have beneficial results for you. On the emotional spiritual side, it's the Big Bang, it's Obi. Things rushing forward. On the emotional spiritual side, and it is up to you to make the right decisions in those opportunities which you perceive and which are presented. But don't expect the doorbell to ring and to say, uh-oh, here's the newest thing for you. Here's the new opportunity. Take advantage of it. You see it in neon lights. No, it might happen like that, but much more likely is that some subtle change is going to take place, that if you implement that change, if you make the right decision about that change and handle it in the right way, you put into motion the energy necessary to make that a very formidable tool for your arsenal and to have the best possible results. In this week, the energy comes as strongly arrayed as possible. It comes locked in here. Ogbi Meiji. You think, wow, that's good. My little dogs are saying, that's good. You say, that's good, that's wonderful, all these opportunities. But I'll tell you something. I mean, I'm in a batla, it's a little harder for me, but basically, the issue is selecting the right opportunities. Opportunities are opportunities. There's bad opportunities, and there's good opportunities, and there's, kind of meaningless opportunities. The universe wants you to perceive, think about, and then choose those opportunities which are going to have long-term results for you and those you love. And the interesting thing here is, of course, that it has to do with victory over difficulties. And it has to do with that with Ofun Meiji. And that, by the way, is the key here to making sense out of all of this, or more sense out of it. Because Ofun Meiji, to my Santeria friends, I apologize, but basically, the Babalawo and Santeria feel somehow that Ofun is a negative or a bad kind of an Odu. But in Ifa, we consider Ofun, and particularly Ofun Meiji, the penultimate of what the Babalawo or the Ife can get. It's about using wisdom and knowledge. It's about making your decisions based upon how the world is and how it should be, and moreover how you want it to be. And so while this shows a certain struggle that you're involved in at this point in time, it suggests that your behavior, that you're one, utilizing the Odu in the manner suggested, carefully considering the opportunities suggested to you and acting upon them in a thoughtful fashion is going to result in a wonderful week for you. The Odu here, the thanks that you give, should be to Obatala. Makes a great deal of sense, I think, because there's a lot going on this week. And for Obatala, you go and you get a coconut, if you don't have one. At the store, you shake it to make sure that it contains the milk or the juice inside of it. You come back, you light a white candle. You place the coconut in front of Obatala, and you ask Obatala to give you the focus, the clarity, the integrity to make all of these things come together like this and begin to open up your world like this. Until next week, love and blessings.